Hey guys, I'm Sid and today I'm going to make a video on newly launched Maruti Suzuki Celerio. Now before starting the video, I would like to give a shout out, or you can say the thank you for the KR Suzuki showroom who allowed me to make a video on it. So now first have a look at the key. Now you get the conventional key setup. So you can see over here. This is the lock button and this is the unlock button. And this is the normal key. Now let's straight away move towards the engine bay and let's check out what it offers under the hood. Now this car has the same engine, the engine that you get in WagonR. Now this car gets 998cc petrol engine which produces about 66 bhp of power and 89 Newton meter of torque at the rate 3500 rpm, mated with 5-speed manual as well as 5-speed AMT gearbox, and the claimed ARI mileage is about 26.68 km, which makes it most fuel efficient car of Indian car automotive industry. So now at the front, now this is a new generation Celerio. It's not like that it is an facelift or what, but it's a totally new generation. It may look like a Alto 800, but it's a Celerio. Now this may look more uglier when you see in pictures, but in person it may look more cute as compared to the pictures. Now at the front you get this new grille which has some chrome surroundings, and this is a mesh grille with the Suzuki logo as well. Now this chrome surroundings extends up to the headlights. Now you get the halogen headlight setup with the halogen indicators as well. You also have your fog lamp setup. You can place your fog lamp over here. This is the number plate area and this is the lower bumper, you can see. So this is what it all offers at the front. Now let's straight away move towards the side. Now you get the McPherson strut with the coil spring suspension at the front and the torsion beam with the coil spring suspension at the rear. You also get the disc brake at the front and drum brakes at the rear. Now the tire size of this car is about 165/70 R14 inches. Now this is the steel alloys. You can also get all sorts for the diamond cut alloys as well. So this is what it all offers. Now here you have the ORVM with the indicators in it, electro folding ORVM. So this is the ZXi variant, as they have told me before. Now you get this old generation but the smart looking door handles. Here you can also, if the central locking system is not working, then you can open the door through the old school style as well. At up you only get the antenna, nothing else. You can also add the roof rail if you want. It's in an accessories. At the rear you get this halogen LM. This also it looks like an oil drop or the water drop design. Here you have the tail light. This is a reverse light, and here you have the indicator. All this setup is halogen, not the LED one. You will not get any LED headlamp setup at the rear. If you want, you can just make it modified it. Here you have the rear wiper washer. This is the high and stop lamp. Rear wiper with defogger. Here you have the rear. At the rear you also have the Suzuki logo, Celerio badging. This is to open the boot, and here you have the number plate area. You also have the reflectors with the 2 parking sensors. Just have a look. And this is a new setup. You can see it may look like a Swift, it may look like a Baleno, it looks like a baby Baleno from the rear. Here you have the fuel cap. Now let's straight away move towards the inside and let's check out what it offers at the inside for the driver and for the co-passengers as well. Now getting in and out is not tricky because the opening of the door is wide, not the small, you can see. So it is very easy to get inside of the car and also to get outside of the car. Now here you have the auto start stop button, and these are the controls for your ORVM. If you want to close and open it, and also if you want to adjust it, you can adjust through here. These are the light switch, light controls, high beam, etc. Here you have the rear front AC vents with the silvery surrounding. Now here you have got the all hard plastic, not the soft plastic, and the all theme. You have only one theme interior, that is in black color, with some of the silvery surrounds that you get across the infotainment system and also through the round AC vents. Now you get this. First I'll shut the door. Now this is the same interior that you get, the instrument cluster that you get in Ignis, and this is also the same new steering wheel that you get in Ignis. These are the controls for your volume, for the media infotainment system. You can control if you want to change the radio station through here. Now first I will on the car and let's check out how the instrument cluster looks like. Let me just on that. This is how the instrument cluster looks. Now you get fully digital instrument cluster, analog instrument cluster with some of the digital part. You can see over here. Now in the digital part it shows RPM meter, it shows the odometer and also the fuel gauge and time. On the analog part, it shows the speedometer. Basically, I like the analog speedometer because it gives you soothing feel when you rev the car. But it's not the car which give you sportiness. It's a family car, so don't do any sporty things with this car. And these are the essential warning lights that you get in each and every car. Now here you have the toggles for, these are the toggles for your wipers, and these are the toggles for your headlight and indicator switch. Nothing more else. Now you get the better grip steering. Now how is it smooth or not, that we will find out when we will drive the car. Here also have some silvery surrounds around the steering wheel. Now this steering wheel looks very good, very beautiful and very slick to handle, operate. Now here you have the manual AC vents, and these are the controls. This is a normal audio, you can normal infotainment system. You can also opt for the touch screen that you get in Suzuki cars. Now it would be at this much size. You can see they have made the layout, and these are the controls. Now this car has something weird controls, that you have the window control from here, you situated over here, you have to open. So, and to unlock the lock, this is to lock and unlock the door. This is the hazard lamp switch, and this is to lock the window or the child seat that you want. And underneath here have some space to keep your bottle holder. Here you have some space to keep your wallet or your phone. You also get that conventional 12-volt charging socket, and here you have USB port as well. Now this is a normal infotainment system, so you have controls over here, or else you will get the full touchscreen, then you will not get these buttons. Now this is display menu mode. If you want to make a call, if you can pair through it. Here you have the vertical AC vents, which helps to give more AC or the more airflow towards the driver, and this is for the passenger. Now glove box for this is a good amount of the glove box you have, not the big, not the small. It is good amount to keep your owner's manual, and you get the dual airbags with ABD, and also you get the hill hold control. This is what it all offers for the safety norms. Now here you have the sunshade with the ticket holder, and for the co-driver you have the sunshade with the vanity mirror, not the ticket holder. Here you have the manual dimming IRVM. Here you are the lights. These are the halogen lights, not the LED one, but gives a better, what we can say, better visibility. That's what because it's quite dark inside. This is the 5-speed manual gearbox. You also get the AMT. And this is the manual handbrake. These are the seat belt holders and nothing else. And for the rear door opening, if you want to open the rear window, then you have the control over it. That's something weird for the people who are obsessed with operating over here. You have to make, but it's if you use this car for 2 to 3 days, then you will get used to it, or else for the first time you may feel weird, because I am also feeling weird when I'm searching the window controls on the door panels, but unfortunately they have situated over here and here. That's a weird place. So now the sitting comfort is good, but I can't justify anything because I haven't driven this car around the city. So when I will drive this car, I will tell you how the sitting comfort is. But the seat holds you quite good. The cushioning is quite firm, and also boasting is also good. Now the wide people can may it, and tall people also, but above 6 feet tall, the people who are above 6 feet tall may feel some amount of uncomfortness when they will drive this car. So let's check out at the rear. Let's see what it offers at the rear for the rear passengers. Now, as I have told, getting in and out is not tricky. Even though I am a 5'11", it's very easy to get in and out of this car for me. Just a second, I will unlock the car first. Okay, now the front seat is placed at my side. Now here also this is the same case. This is the grab handle to pull the door. Here is the controls to open the door. To lock and unlock the door, armrest with the hard plastic, and also some bottle holder to keep your bottles. I am at the rear seat of this car. Now the under thigh support is not quite good because I am a 5'11", and it may be the short people may feel comfortable, and I have good amount of the headroom even though I am a 5'11". Now I don't have any complaints about the headroom, but that's the only complaint that I have about the headroom, legroom. Now the front seat is way back its position, even though I have good amount of the legroom. Now the rear, as I mentioned before, the rear window controls are situated over here, mounted over, so it may feel weird for the people who are going to enter this car for the first time, even though it had happened with me. Right now I was searching for here, as I've told you before. You don't get any armrest, but you have the 60/40 split, and I think you have the fixed headrest both for the rear as well as for the front passengers. At the rear you get this grab handle, nothing more else than that, and now the rear AC bench. So occupying and sitting of the three people would be a quite bit tricky, because even though you don't have any central tunnel, big central tunnel, but this car is not as such wide to accommodate three people. But if it can fit, but the two people who are going to sit on the right hand side and the left hand side, they have to get some, they have to do some shrinkiness, then only they would be able to sit. Or else I suggest you only keep your children, to allow your children to sit over here. You also have this is the anchor points for the seat belts. This is what it all offers at the rear. Now let's check the boot of this car. Let's check out it. Here you have some, if you want you can add the scuff plate for the accessories, add-on accessories, additional accessories. Now let's check. Let's open the boot first. Let's check out what's the boot, what is the size of the boot, etc. So this car gets 313 liters of the boot space at the rear. So here you have some space. Now this is his toolkit. Here you have dummy, anything, and nothing more else than this. Also you have the stepney. Now this is the spare tire of this car. Now the size of the spare tire is 165/70 or 14 inches, the same the wheel size that you get for the normal wheels, and they have not yet compromised for the steel spare wheel. This is same size, average size. Now you also get some partial shelf. So now let's check the dimensions of this car, the curb weight, etc. Just a second. So the length of this car is about 3695 mm, the width is 1655 mm, the height is 155 mm, and the wheelbase is about 2435 mm. The ground clearance is about 170 mm, and the curb weight is about 810 kgs. So this was all about the new Maruti Suzuki Celerio, which has been launched about 1 month ago. So this is the new generation, or the facelift one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also press the bell notification so that you won't miss any single upload. Now this is the most fuel efficient car of this Indian car automobile industry, that is 26.68 kmpl. The company claims that this will offer the 26.68 kmpl. Now let's check out, we will check the real mileage also when we will drive this car. I hope you enjoyed it. Till then, so if you want to buy this car and if you are in Kolhapur, then surely visit this KR Suzuki showroom. I hope you enjoyed it. So till then, drive safe, take care, see you soon.